It's more confusing than Inception, harder than an erection. It's cooler than Andre 3000. Oh, let's get ready for Sweet Connection.
Hello and welcome to Sweet Connection. I'm your host, Kat. With me today, is it Jason Lewis?
It's me. It is me.
The man, the myth, the legend. It's Jason Lewis.
It's
right?
me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. Can you name that song?
I don't know what that is, Jason.
Of course you don't, because you're so out of
Is
touch.
Is that some kind of modern song?
It's Taylor Swift's newest song.
Taylor Swift.
It's
me.
me.
I see.
Hi, I'm the problem. It's me.
I have not heard that.
Wow, of course you haven't. What music do you listen to? Do you listen to music, or do you just sit in silence?
I just sit in silence and kind of listen to my own thoughts, really.
Yeah, and like the screams of slaughtered animals.
Yeah, maybe that's why I am the way that I am.
Yeah, I reckon so.
Anyway, how you been doing?
Oh, good. I'm good. I'm good. You alright?
Yeah, I've got a horrible cold. I mean,
great. And you invite me around your house?
I've been, honestly, just before you came, I was on the sofa with Laura, and I must have sneezed, honestly, genuinely about 10 times, like in a row. Not even an overreaction.
I think I've given you my cold, and now I've lost it. You're going to give it back to me. That's probably what
you know, because it has now mutated in a far stronger host.
Is it COVID?
I don't think it's COVID.
Who cares anyway?
Yeah. Is it even still a thing, COVID?
No. Do you remember it though? What time? What time to be alive?
3 years ago, in March, since first lockdown.
Yeah.
I sort of look back on the first lockdown with some fondness.
Oh, the first lockdown was probably the best time of my life. Only because...
Are you at work for that?
No. I was on furlough.
Oh, you were furloughed, you generous bastard.
Because I earned commission.
How are you not a key worker, though? Because you think they're still important that
solicitors were shut, weren't they? So no house moved. The housing market shut down for the first time ever. Yeah, because the solicitors weren't open. I think about 2 months. And then even then it was only like part of our team went back to work. So I worked for a corporate agent at the time. So like only like administrators went back so they can do the sales progression side of things. But the great thing is obviously I was earning commission. But I had not long been at this estate agents. So when the furlough scheme come about, they took your average pay for the last 6 months. Right. And in that job, which you wouldn't know, but for your first year, I think it was, is they gave you sort of estimated commission so you could earn your pipeline kind of thing. Right. So my estimated commission was way more than what my actual commission would have been. And then I got my furlough off that.
Full 80% of
so that. I was being paid more on furlough than I was when I went back to work.
Did you literally sit on your ass for 2 months?
Well, it was after there's not long been one. This is how mad it is. It was his 4th birthday the other day. And I hadn't really been able to have much bonding time. And so the lockdown was just basically me and him.
So in a way, you're glad that this pandemic happened. I mean, people died, so you could have some time off with your son.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
What time to be alive, eh?
Well, you know.
For us.
For the lucky ones. High five!
Oh. Maybe it's the audio.
Is that going to get us cancelled? I don't know. Maybe that'll be the final.
Well, to be fair, someone's got to listen for it to be cancelled.
Maybe. We had 70,000 listeners on our last episode.
Oh,
yeah. Are they real or are they just Elon Musk's? Sorry, are they just Elon Musk's bots?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Either way, I hope the bots are having a great time.
Yeah. Probably all those fake porn accounts that listen to it. That's what it is.
Yeah. Hot MILFs in your area. Ooh. And now it's the same area for us. So I'll send you a text. Whenever I see hot MILFs in my area, I'll be like, Jason, you want to get in on this, right? So what have you been up to?
Hot MILFs?
Obviously, last episode would have been before Christmas, so it's
a long... Is it really?
Yeah, so how was your Christmas?
I can't remember Christmas. No, it was good.
It seems ages ago, doesn't it?
What is a month? What day is it?
Not even a month ago.
It's the 22nd of January, so it's nearly a month
ago. As of time
ago.
of recording.
It was lovely. It was nice and quiet and chilled. I spent a lot of the time building toys and trying to find batteries and then not having batteries. So
you had to buy batteries.
I had to buy batteries, and yeah, it was good. It was really, really good. How was yours?
Good. My actual Christmas day was pretty quiet. I went to see some family, and then because Laura was working Christmas Eve night and Christmas Day night, I kind of had the afternoon to myself until Laura got up at about 5:30, saw her for an hour, and then she went to work. So I had the whole place to myself for the evening. So I had a frozen curry for my
that makes me feel sad
for my Christmas dinner. No, but I'm quite happy with that
You didn't have a turkey dinner?
No, but I did have
I didn't have turkey dinner.
You're a vegetarian, didn't you?
No.
Did you? Did I make that up? I was so sure that's where you were going with that.
No, I had chicken and beef.
No, I had I had chicken and beef. Yeah, I had the same actually.
Yeah,
because on Boxing Day we went to Laura's mum's and I had one of the biggest Christmas dinners I've ever had.
Oh, good! You did have a Christmas dinner, didn't you?
Yeah, but on Boxing Day.
Right.
But then we did our presents, mine and Laura, on like the 22nd for some reason. I think that was a Friday. And we couldn't be asked to wait till the next day because she was working all the time. So we had our Christmas presents that day, and then after Christmas Day, and then Boxing Day. So
what did you get for Christmas?
I've actually forgotten. I got some new clothes. What did Laura get me?
Did you get a new leather coat?
Yeah, that's what Laura got me.
Because Laura told me weeks ago.
Yeah, well, no, because
months ago. Now.
I know, but I told her to get this. She got me the first coat, and then I tried it on. And I was like, this does fit, but it fits very tightly, so I was like,
you're a bit podgy now, mate.
Exactly. So I think we might have to get a bigger size up. So she had to send it back, got a new one. So she got me that. I can't remember what else she got me. Oh, it's so long ago now. It's basically like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
as far as I'm concerned. How was your New Year? What do you do?
Quiet. Yeah, I never really celebrate New Year's. It's not for me. Literally as soon as it hit midnight, went to bed. That was it. It's not for me. New Year's. You party hard on New Year, don't you?
Yeah, me and Laura went to, because she was working so she was working New Year's Eve day. So I went
working Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, and New
Eve.
Year's
That shouldn't really happen, but for some reason she kind of got shafted a bit.
Because the NHS is so severely underfunded.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rishi Sunak. And the others.
Thanks the past 12 years of this current government.
Yeah.
Anyway. Not long now, eh?
Let's hope so.
Because they're going to get absolutely fucked in the next election.
Well, let's hope
Mark
so.
my words. But, we had a party at a flat in like a local... Well...
It's not my flat.
It's in a place which was not that local, but relatively local. That's really difficult to get to. To Rendlesham?
Oh, yeah.
Literally in the middle of a fucking forest.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Rendlesham Forest.
Exactly, yeah. So that was a bit difficult to get to, but we got there, and we had a good time. What's happened in the past? Oh yeah, obviously, since we last spoke, the World Cup finished. How long ago did the World Cup
my God. Yeah.
Talk about that the last time. So
goodness me.
So obviously, Argentina beat France.
Yes.
Lionel Messi got his World
trophy.
Cup.
Yeah, what a player.
Has that now cemented him as better than Ronaldo?
He was better than Ronaldo anyway, I thought.
That's what I thought, Jason, but you know what I mean in terms of who's got what?
Well, they're both won their continent trophy, that makes sense. So Ronaldo won the Euros. Messi won the Copa America, which is the South American version of the Euros.
Yeah, but is that a bit easier to win, though?
Well, I don't know, really. You've got Brazil, Chile, Uruguay.
Sorry, are Chile that good? Are Uruguay that good? Yeah, I know, but it's hardly the Euros where you got your Spain, your Germany, your France, Croatia, England. I'm still doubtful about
England
South America.
Would beat Brazil?
Yes, cata-fucking-gorically. I think that would have beaten Argentina.
Really?
Would have beaten Argentina.
Anyway, right, okay. And then Messi's Messi's the best of all time. He is
the GOAT.
The GOAT.
Is he better? Is he better than Heskey?
Ooh.
Again, Heskey in the 2010 World Cup.
And that was
that Heskey.
Heskey in 2010 was also like really cool because he was good in like 2002. So, do you know what I mean? So that was like late.
In
the late,
career.
Great. No, that makes it sound like he's dead.
No, he's not dead to our knowledge. But no. How was your work Christmas though?
Christ, bloody hell, Ben! You keep asking me stuff that happened like last year.
It was last year.
Work Christmas do. I got very drunk.
Did you?
And I didn't realise they all left. So we had it at Suffolk Showground, and they have like these big glitzy events on. And there was only 5 of us who work in my office. We had a table of 5.
You and like the other Christmas parties, all
all in one.
So
venue.
not just one venue.
No. Yeah. And our night was like shared with like NHS workers by the looks of it.
Wow.
So we were like
actual
Yeah,
workers.
so we were like well looked after. There was a few dentist tables and all that kind of stuff. And
I bet the dentist table was fucking lively. Fucking miserable.
Don't drink that. There's too much sugar in that drink. And
why are you not flossing?
Yeah. the dance.
Yeah.
But no, it got to about 1 o'clock. And obviously, my work staff are me in my 20s and the other 4 who are all in their 50s. They got to 1 o'clock and obviously it's in Ipswich, so we all got taxis. And there was 2 taxis between the 5 of us. And it was just me and my boss in 1 taxi on our own, supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
I think, I was at the table just on my own, just necking the few shots that we got. And I looked around, I was like,
where is everyone?
where the fuck is everyone? And then like 10 minutes later, so bearing in mind, like, they obviously were all packed up, ready to go, waiting for the taxis outside. My boss comes out, I was like, come on, you dickhead, we left. And I was sort of like, huh? And just bundled me into a taxi and shot me off at home. And then I had work the next day, me and one other, and I was a mess.
Oh, yeah, because your deal was on a Thursday, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I also, somewhere, probably because it was freezing cold.
Oh, yeah, that was cold that time, wasn't it?
I picked up like the worst flu of my life. Then the next day, I thought I was hungry because they had dodgems there and buckaroo balls and all that kind of stuff. And I thought, I just was on the dodgems a lot. My muscles ache. But like
your muscles ache?
No.
The dodgems.
Yeah, that's
from the dodgems.
That was my thinking.
It's not a Fred Flintstone car. You're not powering it with your feet, are you?
It got to a point, I was like, it's just I'm hungover, that's all. And like on Friday, I couldn't walk properly and I couldn't grip a pen. I was like, Christ, I must have like been on a mission last night. Turns out I had like the worst flu of my life and I was like bedbound for like a week. It was awful. Awful. But the party was good, yeah. Merry Christmas. At the end of January. You had one as well, didn't you?
Yeah, mine was good. It was a 3-course meal. I had 6 courses.
Oh, well, mine was 3 courses as well.
Yeah.
It was 6.
But I had 6 courses because my like sort of team colleagues kept on not wanting their starters or their like mains and stuff, so they kept on asking, Ben, do you want it? And I was like, yeah. Honestly, I was like 3 bowls into the soup, like I was just smashing it down.
Me.
And then after that, because obviously that's quite a lot of food, and then after that, I was on a mission because it was a free bar, but it was the best kind of free bar, which is like a genuine free bar, not in the same way that sometimes you have free bars, but all you can get is like beer and like sort of low end spirits and mixer, but you can't buy shots or something. But this was a proper free bar.
Nice.
Like he was just like, get what you want. So we're drinking like rum, vodka, beer, tequila.
Water.
My big boss, my big boss handed me like shots and said, "But get that." But I think after 6 courses, I just had this barrier of food in my stomach, and I just couldn't really get drunk. I tried. Then we went to the pub, and then some of my colleagues went to one of the big nightclubs, and I was like, "Yeah, okay, I'm okay to do this." So it was freezing cold.
So cold that
week. It was awful. And I walked to the club, probably about like a 10-minute walk by myself. I was freezing, and then I'm just like, I saw the queue, and I was just like, I was in the queue for about 30 seconds, and I was like, no, I'm not. I don't like nightclubs anyway, but I'm now completely sobered up due to the cold walk. So I'm just like, no, nope. I'm actually choosing not to stay in here for like 20 minutes to then leave. I'm going to just leave now. Maybe it's to be getting old, maybe I just don't like nightclubs, I don't know. But
I can't tell you last time I was in a nightclub. I remember being really pissed off how expensive it was.
Oh, that's when I was with you, wasn't it? Oh,
yeah, and I kicked off about paying on the door. Yeah.
The last time I was in a nightclub was last night.
Last night? Oh, yeah, Sunday today.
No, Jason, it's Monday. I went in on a fun day.
Dirty Sunday.
Yeah, so, I went out last night. Dirty dog. But fortunately, we didn't pay because we got in there before 12 o'clock. I gotta say, that nightclub before 12 o'clock isn't the most densely populated place in the world.
It's just night, isn't it? There's no club about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't, yeah. So, but we had a good time. Had some pizza. I think at least 2 or 3 of my colleagues were sick.
Good. Is that because you made a barbecue?
Oh, Jay, don't. I'm not getting sucked into the Jason. We all know no one else can do what I do on the grill, Jason.
Yeah, kill 60% of the population.
Start COVID. Who wants some barbecued bats? Oh, me, please.
Allegedly.
So
almost definitely.
Yeah. So how was your new flat go?
Yeah, lovely.
Because that seemed like you've been in there for fucking ages.
I've been there for about a month and
exactly for less than 2 months.
Yeah,
so about 6 weeks or so. So
it's lovely. I bought a plant today.
Did you?
Yep. I've got a terrarium as well.
And you do realise that plant will die.
Yeah, that's fine. Fuck it, doesn't matter.
Do you water it occasionally, or?
Well, I got it today, so I've watered it once. Yeah, no, it's lovely.
And it's dead. That was worth £16.
Yeah, no, it's good. I've done a big freezer shop. I've got pictures on the wall.
Yeah,
I've got a lamp for Christmas.
Have you got a picture of me on the wall?
Not yet. I'm waiting for you to buy one.
If I buy you one, will you put it on the wall?
I don't think there's any pictures of me and you together anyway, is there?
What about the one with Tom O'Dell?
Oh fuck! Yeah, of course. Yeah, I need to get that printed.
Yeah, because that should definitely go on.
I've got 9 pictures on the wall in my lounge. 7 of them of Arthur.
Yeah,
and there's 2 of Tom O'Dell, and they're both like shots of him at a concert that I'm at. Yeah. And I worked out it's not the show me and you went to. It's the show before that I went to.
I know, because he stood on the piano, right? And although my memory of that night, Jason, not the best, I do not remember him.
You were smashed before the concert even started. But yeah, no, I don't think you could stand on the piano in R1.
No,
but
unfortunately.
Yeah, so it's feeling very homely. Yeah, it's good.
How are you finding it the past week? Because back last month, around the time of our Christmas dues, was a real cold snap in the UK.
Yeah,
and now it's back.
Yeah.
How are you finding it, like, now in the
flat?
Right,
yeah, because we've got brand new heaters.
Because your flat's very warm. Obviously, like, you got new carpets. You got like real, like, top of the range radiators. So
I've only really got 2 walls that face outside, or 3 walls, not all the walls.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. I turn the radiators on 10 minutes. It is warm, and I turn them off again. So.
Fuck it! I'm so jealous of that.
Yeah, it's good. I had because obviously I'm all electric.
Yeah.
And my first electricity bill come last week.
You were like, "Fuck me, it's $4,000."
No, well, I got the £67 discount automatically. How much do you reckon my electricity bill is? Including the £64. Was it 64 or 67?
60. Well, because it's £400 over 4 months, so it's like 66. But then one of them will be 67.
Right.
I reckon it was about £60.
What, including the £60 discount?
Yeah, as in like
you ready for this?
As in like you paid £60.
And I'll show you.
Yeah.
My electricity was £6.
Oh, fuck me, Jason. Mate, you do not know how good you have it, mate.
But also, that was for December when we were hardly there. We were painting and decorating. So January is probably going to be 106, I reckon. So
your entire utilities for last month, it was £42.
Yes.
You know what mine was?
Go on.
£250.
Oh.
Because that gas price is hitting us hard.
Yeah, it's brutal, isn't it?
But that's good.
It's fine. It won't be a Tory government for much longer.
Yeah, except another year at least.
Ugh.
That's good.
Did you see, sorry, just moving away and going back to politics, Rishi Sunak got fined £100. Do you know what for?
Is it for being 5 foot tall?
Well, you'd be fined, wouldn't you then? It was for not wearing a seatbelt.
What?
He released a video on social media of him in the back of a car giving some sort of speech about something, and he weren't wearing a seatbelt, so he got fined. I'm pretty certain he got, unless there was rumours he was going to be fined, but I'm pretty certain he got fined.
Well, he should be fined.
But yeah, he weren't wearing a seatbelt.
Honestly, these people, they're not even real people, are they? Like, they don't have any concept of...
Yeah, there you go. Rishi Sunak was fined for not wearing a seatbelt on the back of the car. How funny is that?
Like, if he had any dignity, when you're... in theory, the first Prime Minister who was actually cautioned or fined by the police was Boris Johnson, who then stepped down because of it. He is only the second Prime Minister ever to be charged with something by the police.
Isn't that mad?
And that was within, 6 months?
Yeah. That's why none of them have been done for nonsense. But then again, they all get away with it.
That's the thing; they all do it, so it's just like a big, And again, don't forget the police are, in a way, some of the biggest nonsense of all.
Yeah. Speaking of nonsense, have you seen that Ghislaine Maxwell, who was Jeffrey Epstein's
best friend,
kid agent, as I guess we'll call her? She's doing an interview from prison, and I think out of all the journalists, I don't know how true it is, but how good it will be. But out of all the journalists of all the world, of all the platforms,
it's Piers Morgan.
Worse.
Oh.
It's Jeremy Kyle.
What? How did he have a job?
On Piers Morgan's TV station. How mad is that? It won't be Piers Morgan because he's mates with him. Allegedly.
He had the photo of Jeffrey Epstein, which keeps going the rounds. Anytime he says anything, it was like, well, look at this photo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, okay, the thing with Jeremy Kyle is that obviously for our non-UK listeners, for 10, 15 years, Jeremy Kyle had a daytime show called The Jeremy Kyle Show.
Which was just like Jerry Springer.
Basically the like British version of Jerry Springer. And on that, he's a bit kind of like self-righteous and blah, 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 blah. But I didn't realise until seeing him on a different show, the show he has with Piers Morgan's channel, just what a awful Tory cunt he is.
Yeah, and he's like, before he was on TV, he was an adulterer, drug user, alcoholic, all that kind of stuff. And he goes in that programme and just shouts at him for being that.
But like, I don't know, I sort of look back at that show, which again, that show was trash. Everyone knows it, but it was weirdly compelling. Yeah. And every person in the UK has seen that show.
Yeah.
There's not many shows you can say.
And if you're unemployed, then, there's a 90% chance you've been on that show.
Yeah. Yeah. Been on it or watching it. Yeah. Or watching yourself on the show.
So there was a family from Felixstowe that was supposed to go on.
Yeah.
That man has tattooed my body.
Is he? Wow. That's some weird, like, second-hand claim to fame.
Weird flex. Yeah. A man who nearly went on TV.
Tattooed me once.
Tattooed me 1, 2, 4 times.
Wow. Stop flexing, Jason.
Thank you very much.
But yeah, but now I look back at that show, which obviously is trash, but it's got some funny moments. And now I just look back through his like sort of political beliefs, and it's just like, oh, it's just him shouting at poor people because he's.
Wouldn't you love to do that though?
Well, if they paid me.
Yeah, wouldn't you love to be paid millions just to shout at some crackhead and be like, "You're such a scumbag"?
That's the thing. Like he would always call them scum.
Yeah.
But it's just,
Do you remember the gay couple that went on there? And they'd done a DNA test. It turns out they were related. Yeah.
Yeah, they were secret brothers.
Oh, imagine shouting at them for that. You dirty bastards. You dirty, incestual bastards, is what you probably shouted at.
Should we talk about our new show nemesis, your downstairs neighbour?
Yeah. Oh. It's going well.
Your downstairs neighbour, speaking of massive cunts like Jeremy Kyle.
You really hate this guy, don't you?
Mate, I'm waiting for him to say something to me, and I'm going to be all up in his fucking face. Anyway, why don't you talk about so basically, he said to you that your washing machine was causing his lights to flicker, which is fine. There's no issue with that.
And it will blow a fuse.
Yeah, that's not how electricity works, mate. But okay, fine. I admire.
Well, I think the worst it was, wasn't it? Was when I went shopping and I was struggling carrying like 5 bags to the door. And as I'm carrying these bags, he's holding the door open for me and he goes, "You and I have got a problem." And it's the first I've heard of it. And I went, "Have you?" He went, "No, you and I have." I was like, "Have you? What's your problem?" He goes, "Well, our problem is." I was like, No, what's your problem?" He goes, "Your washing machine. Or tumble dryer." So I haven't got a tumble dryer. He goes, "Well, your washing machine, it rattles and it rambles my flat and it's going to blow a fuse." I was like, "Oh, right, okay. What do you want me to do about it?" That kind of thing. So me and you, with my spare carpet, crafted
this kind of makeshift,
like
3 carpets in like layers.
It's a good inch, would you say?
Yeah, good inch.
Inch of like, and we put it under the washing machine. And I done a couple of days later, done another wash. And that,
from like sort of where we were, because like we put it on a little test wash while we were waiting.
Yeah, and it was fine.
And you can still feel vibrations, but definitely compared to what it was before, very different. So much better. So we were sort of hoping that was going to end this kind of rivalry.
Yeah.
But then apparently he stormed into your flat when you weren't there.
Yeah, I went back to my flat on my lunch break, and Arthur was due to stay at my flat that night. So I said to Cassandra, I said, "Look, just take Arthur back to mine and stay there for the afternoon, and when I finish work, I'll take your own, whatever." So I put the washing machine on, they came, and then I left for work, back to work, and it was about 2:00. And then I get a text from Cassandra. I'll read it out to you. I just had it. Because I sent you the screenshot, didn't I?
Yeah, you did, yeah.
Downstairs bloke just came knocking. Washing machine is still shaking his lights, and he thinks it's going to cause them to blow. His new suggestion is to put a bit of plywood on top, or underneath the washing machine too. He came in and had a look. I didn't get a chance to stop him from walking past me. He just sort of went, "Oh, let me have a look," as he helped himself in. So we let himself into my flat.
First,
looked at our nice bit of carpet and still thought it wasn't good enough.
See, first of all, putting plywood down. Plywood is solid fucking, solid material.
Put it on top of this.
That's just going to actually probably make it worse. Like, that isn't going to help, is it, you fucking idiot? You need something to cushion it, not wood, which is going to make it vibrate fucking worse.
Exactly.
Second of all, the fact that he essentially kind of pretty much barged into your flat.
When I weren't there, because obviously he saw me leave, because he's...
Well, that's what pussies do. They fucking wait till they go. So, and again, this is a guy who parks his fucking car in a place where he shouldn't be parking his car, in the way of garages. Including your garage, including the garage that me and my dad had to get your carpets from so we could throw them in the dump.
Thank you very much.
That's fine. And he's fucking there. So he left his car there. So again, we asked you whether you could ask him to move his car, and he wasn't in the fucking slide.
The worst thing about that as well is when I first met him and he told me it was his car, he's like, I never go out without my car, so if you need me to move, just knock on my door. I've seen that man almost every day walk out of those flats and walk along the main road. So he fucks off and leaves his car there. So, So anyway, so apart from him, the flat's great.
Yeah.
But I don't hear anything from anyone else. So I do just think he sits in silence and waits for it. I need your help though, because I have ordered and it's arrived.
I saw that. Yeah.
My new plan. I've got I think another inch thick anti-vibration rubber mat that's designed to go under washing machines. So I'm going to need your help putting that in.
Yeah, that's fine.
Monday this week.
I'll do it during the week. That's fine.
But yeah.
So will that fit underneath your washing machine?
60 by 60, which is the exact same size as what we cut out for the carpets.
That's good.
Do you think we should put a bit of carpet?
That's what I'm saying.
Rubber mat and another bit of carpet?
How thick is that? And also, how much room do we have before it starts hitting the top of your worktop?
Because I feel like the rubber mat needs to be directly under the washing machine, and then maybe carpet underneath, maybe?
Thing is, I think either that thing's going to work or it's not. I don't think having that and a bit of carpet is somehow going to do it.
I tell you what, this is riveting content for a podcast. If anyone can help, email into the show about trying to stop a washing machine being a washing machine. That would be great. I turned the spin down on the washing machine. Yeah. That seems to have done the trick, but who knows? I just haven't seen him, so...
I'm sure he would probably leave a rude note or something or put a note for your door.
I remember the whole time we've been there, painting and all that shit. Obviously, it would have been noisy. First time I ever heard it.
Would it have been noisy? We just painted. We weren't hosting a rave.
Yeah, but I had the first time I heard him was when I put a washing machine on at 5 o'clock on a Sunday, and I heard him banging on the ceiling, and I thought, fuck.
Oh, mate, if that is some proper old fart. Yeah. Fucking thing, isn't it?
Arthur had some cousins come round week before last to come and see the flat.
Yeah.
And they were just playing hide and seek. I could hear them banging on the ceiling. And this was at 6 o'clock on a Sunday, which is ridiculous. But
yeah. I haven't seen this guy, but you said that he's got crutches. He's on crutches.
A crutch. What's on one crutch?
Oh, okay. Because I sort of partly feel bad about beating up a guy who's on crutches.
No, but
if he's got one crutch, that's fine.
I've only seen him walking with one crutch.
One clutch?
When he's off on a walk. When he's walking around the development, sorting out the garden and all that kind of stuff, he doesn't have his crutch. I think when he's in the public eye, he has that crutch.
Smells like fraud to me.
Disability fraud.
Yeah, be like, mate, why don't we both help each other out? You stop banging on my ceiling, and I won't tell the government that you are fit and able, because I've got a video of you digging a pond or something. Yeah. You look fine to me, mate.
Well, he mops up the accumulator on his floor. So
he's just such a sad, lonely bastard.
I also think he's got a Thai bride.
Do you?
I've only ever seen her once. But he
does sound like the sort of person who would do that.
He said, it's just my neighbour. Right? But I know...
surely your neighbour is his neighbour.
I know the neighbour of the flat on his level is some young woman. This was some older Thai woman. And I've met the woman in that flat, and she's not Thai.
Right.
And, yeah.
So he's definitely some kind of nonce as well. Well, he is. He's some kind of, crutched nonce.
Okay.
What a guy. I can't...
Speaking of it as well, why don't you tell everyone about the new homes leaflet that you want to go to?
Oh, yeah. So we got a leaflet for our door, because they're going to be building some new houses near where we both live. And I sent that photo to you and said, have you got the same thing? And basically, they're going to have a meeting about it. Thing is, this meeting, it didn't say anything about it being official, because normally...
Oh, it's not. No, it's the community that have done it. Not the developers.
Yeah, but so normally meetings about housing stuff is done in town hall or something with people who can actually do something. Obviously, they don't ever do anything, but they can. This is just a meeting down the pub.
Yeah.
Where all the sad fucks go, and this is on Tuesday. So I said to you, shall we go down there?
I got plans Tuesday now. But the thing is, if I go, let people work out who I am, I'm going to get lynched.
Why?
Because
you're not burning their houses, are you?
Well, I'm not going to. I'll probably sell them.
That's the guy. Get him.
I'm all for the new builds, apart from the fact they've built so many around here that they can't even sell the ones that they're building now because there's so much supply.
So surely then, why would they build new ones if they're struggling to sell it?
I don't know.
Or is it a different...
different developers, probably. But you just think they probably get paid a load of money by the government to build these houses.
Do they?
Yeah, of course
how it works?
Oh, well, they've got to pay the government money, but I'm sure these big developers are like, look, we'll build 60 social homes if you give us a couple of mil, and then they don't care. But yeah, well, no doubt him from downstairs will be at that meeting.
Yeah,
with his crutch.
And we use that to break into his flat, and then we spray paint nonce on every wall there is.
You're going to get me arrested. He's a big listener. When I first met him, he's like, I'm such a huge fan of the podcast.
You can imagine, when he's listening to this episode, he'll then get his mop and he'll start banging on the ceiling.
His crutch. Yeah.
His crutch, yeah. It's probably his crutch he's using to bang on the ceiling.
The thing is, he's not much taller than... You're not much taller than him. So he's about 5'2".
Oh, fuck off.
I don't understand how he can reach the ceiling, even with his crutch.
He's got a special emergency ladder.
Yeah. Maybe.
Break in case of slight noise.
I was talking to the previous owner's dad, because I know of him through selling houses world. And apparently the day that the guy I was buying from moved out, he had quite a few bikes and snowboards. I don't know if you saw him when we come and looked at it. And apparently he put his bike in the communal hallway whilst moving boxes down. And the guy from downstairs threw the bike into the front garden.
Every time I hear something new information about this guy, it makes me hate him more. And that's going to build up and build up until suddenly I'll be walking into your flat and you'll just say hello and I'll grab him by his fucking throat. But what'd you fucking say to me? I'll just say hello. Oh, get your crutch and fuck off. Tiny Tim. All right. So on that note, we're going to end the show.
So he can go fuck himself.
Sweet connection telling you to go and fuck yourself.
And on that note, we're going to end the show. So we're going to say thank you everyone for listening, and we will see you next time.
Ciao.
So, Jason, where can you get more Sweet Connection in your life?
Well, Ben, we are on Facebook at Sweet Connection Podcast, and we're also on Twitter at SweetC_podcast. So you can give us a like or a follow.
And you can also find us on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, and Podbean. So if you enjoyed the show, you can give us a rating or a review or recommend to a friend.
And if you wanted to email in a topic or a question or just say hi, it's thesweetconnection@outlook.com.
Massive thanks to CIPP and Carlyle Laurent for all of our jingles. Thank you for listening and catch you next time.